Wow. It's late right now in the world of Joshua Gilliard. Some of you know me as Queen of the Ratchet. The more I think about it, I'm just so grateful to be able to do this thing called life. I'm not saying that you should be. I'm just saying that life is fun, man. Like, in that sadness and the grief and all the, I guess what we call bad vibrations or things that we don't want to cultivate in, they serve their purpose too. Because, if we didn't have those, we couldn't appreciate being in those pleasurable moments, which I feel like is the best place to be in, honestly. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's like eating a great sandwich or talking to an amazing friend or, walking on a sunny day or having some great sex. It doesn't matter. Like, those moments are just, I'm like, gosh, how do we stay here and also feel great? There's this movie, it's called Inside Out, and I didn't get the understanding of that movie until recently, and it's like this idea that everything is serving its purpose, even our anxiety. It's all helping us to see the world the way we need to see it, and I don't know, I feel like I've judged sometimes when I get into those bad moments or, if I feel a little stressed or I'm not in the state where I want to be in, I start to create these stories that don't exist. And I'm just here to say, if I have to do this again, which I don't know if I will have to, maybe I'm going to be on another planet somewhere. That would be great. That would be amazing, to be on another planet and just travel and talk to different species on their way of doing things. Sort of like Star Trek. Or if I think about like Harry Potter, like how he was able to talk to different mystical beings and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know, I'm excited. I feel like I have come to my own of being by myself and being able to live alone and my thoughts and not my thoughts. Like, just being able to just be. It's been a great just time to be alive, to master myself, master my reality, and to just keep waking up and pursuing things and dreaming the impossible and living and seeing reality for what it is and how beautiful it actually is. I don't know, maybe this is the dream, Maybe this was the time period where everything was just so amazing and we forgot it. AI, man. It is really speeding up out there, right? Even everything that's going on around us is like really speeding up, and health, mental health and physical health. There's help out there. Y'all, there's help out there. You just have to want to get yourself back up. And so with me coming back to doing this platform and to really because I've been excited to really do it and be like, okay, what can I put out there? What can I say? What can I do? And I'm just kind of letting it flow and go, because I did take a little bit more of a break, but also not feeling the need to put out. Also feeling the need to be like, oh, I want to go a different direction, or maybe I'll just not talk today, or maybe I will. Recently, I was trying to collaborate with this one singer, because you know I do music too. If you don't, y'all should check it out. Queen of the Ratchet Chorus or Queen of the Ratchet, or Joshua Gilliard. And I remember talking to this singer and I was telling her my thoughts on what I mean by this brand. And so I was like, yo, it's not really about being ratchet. It's not really about being ghetto. It's not really about being a stereotype. It is parodies and satire and putting a joy and a smile on people's face. I think the most popular thing that got really popular were the Disney videos. And I think it was because I was so fascinated and amused by Real Housewives, the franchise. Because before Real Housewives, the franchise, I never really used to watch it. And I think I started watching Real Housewives because I wanted to fit in to society. I wanted to fit in because I used to be really into like television. Like I was into like Lifetime movies and just movies in general and the way things spoke to me. And then reality TV happened. And that's not true. I was really into the real world. I was really into the earlier real worlds because I loved watching them live together. I loved watching the way, like the first couple seasons felt raw because you never see anything like that. And so, you know, when I gave Real Housewives a try, at first I thought it was so stupid. I was like, this is so fucking stupid. They're just arguing back and forth, and there's a whole bunch of people talking about their money and how much they had. And I kept watching it. And, you know, you go to that second episode, third episode, and then, like, you're hooked. And so I just started going and watching, and, like, it was fascinating. So cut to when I lived in Atlanta a couple years ago, I just got really into the idea of creating something because, you know, Bad Girls TV was really popular back then. Real Housewives of Atlanta and the other shows were really popular. I was like, you know what? This is so different from Disney. What if Disney characters talk like this? So I just started doing them as an entertainment for myself. Like I was playing Barbie dolls with myself. Like, or you know how when you're younger and you play with action figures, you're like, oh, you're gonna do this, and oh no, you're gonna do it. And I started playing with my voice. And I remember at the time I was also writing My Way of the World, which was all about love and acceptance, and that was basically it, because I was like, oh man, that's it. That's it. That was it. I was like, that is the answer. And I don't know all the way what love is, but that is the answer. I know what it is to feel kindness and to feel high and positive and to really enjoy the company and the cultivation of just being and not having those thoughts. It's like all my stories were that. But I noticed that it wasn't attracting a lot of people, but I was like, I thought to myself, the genius in me, because I do believe that I'm a genius. Maybe I am, I don't know. I don't know. So, you know, people are really into this, like Real Housewives, Atlanta, and reality TV and stuff. I was like, what if I could do this with like something that's nostalgic, like Disney cartoons or something like that? So I just started doing them. And then I talked about this show because I really was into like SNL and all that and the Carol Burnett show. And I was like, I want to create something like this, like something that's funny but relatable, because everything was heading into a more like ratchet tone. And I want to be real. I want to keep it real on my end, on the people around me and my reality. And I know not everybody is living that truth, but I was like, let me create this. And so with creating it, I gave it a title of Queen of the Ratchet. I remember people being like, why does it have to be ratchet? And I was like, why not? Why not? And so I did it. And I came out with a logo, and I remember people online, I didn't give a fuck. I really did not give a fuck because I was like, I like it. I love it. I've always have. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to do it. They're like, well, what if Disney comes after you? I'm like, really? Do you really think Disney is bothered by the fact that I am making these like low key videos? I was like, well, catch me if you can, Disney. Catch me if you fucking can. As much fucking shit that Disney has in their fucking videos and all of the like other things that go behind like some of the symbolism and all that, I'm like, are they really going to worry about something called Queen of the Ratchet? No. And I didn't want to turn it into a business. And then when I started doing the music, because before when I was just doing it for fun, like no expectations, just fun. I remember thinking to myself, well, I feel like I could do music. I didn't know if I could do music at the time. And I feel like I could get people together. And I didn't know I could be a director at the time. I was scared. I remember the first time I did my first video, I was nervous and people had showed up for me. And I was like, okay, well, you stand here and you stand here and we're going to do this. And it felt easy. I've always been okay with telling people what to do. I'm always like, you're going to be here and I'm going to be here and you're going to be here and this is how it's supposed to be. And it's almost like I used to tell one of my family members, I was like, it feels like someone's just telling me where to tell people to stand. It feels like someone's telling me what to say. It feels like I'm playing by myself still, even though there's people around. And I remember the first Christmas video I did, it was Ratchet of the Bells, and it went viral. I didn't even know what viral is. I woke up and everybody was like telling me, oh my God, I saw your video, da-da-da. And then the Disney pop videos popped off and everything started getting really popular. And there is this point where I was just like, whoa, this is happening. This is happening. And I think because I had people around me that it's not that they didn't see my power. You know what I mean? Because I believe that even the people that are haters or tell you that you're not great, they see your power. I do. They might not want you to live up to that potential or you to know. But regardless if you know about your power or not, you're still powerful. And honestly, it had nothing to do with them. It was all me. Because the only enemy I have is me. And so I kept going and going and going and going and I still do. And I think the reason I do it is because I'm like, despite some of the comments about like, well, you're creating a stereotype, or why does it have to be so ratchet, or why did you feel like there's one singer was like, why did you spelled ratchet wrong? It's supposed to be wretched. WRETCHED. And I was like, okay. Because a ratchet in a dictionary is something completely different. I said, well, I don't give a damn what it is in a dictionary. It's this in this moment. And it made me realize that no matter who believed in my product, I had to believe in it. I had to see it for what it was. I had to put all of my manifestation powers in it. And I was like looking at people like Tyler Perry and Oprah and all these people. And I was like, you know what? I said, I can make this thing into everything. A cartoon series, a podcast, a book, everything. The brand of all brands. And just focus. I just gotta focus. a video game. And I keep going. It is challenging. It's very challenging sometimes, but I love the challenge because it's not about getting to the end goal. And I know, like, this is someone else. Like, if someone is listening that has a dream, or if I'm back in this reality as another person and you're listening to this, it's not about reaching the end goal. It's the fun along the way. And I was recently I've been recording parodies. And before last year, it wasn't last year, it was the year before last year, I was putting all these pressure on the people that were showing up for me. I was like, you gotta do it like this, you gotta do it like this, you gotta do it like this. And then I just came to this realization. I'm like, Joshua, this is supposed to be fun. And I think even when I wake up or like when I go and I do life and everything, I'm like, yo, this is supposed to be fun. I'm like, you don't really have to do anything. Because I was like, sometimes I go in to help and feed the homeless. I'm like, a homeless man will sit on the street corner, wait to be fed, wait to be clothed, wait to have some water, sing and dance. There's resources available where you don't have to do anything. So it's like, I was like, you don't really have to do anything. You could go live, you could get your little cheap ass car, live out your car, find ways to just eat, and that's it. And just let society pass you by. You chose this. It's supposed to be fun. And so I say that to say, like, anything that you want in this life, you choose. Nobody is forcing anybody to do anything. Not even AI. If anything, I feel like AI is trying to help all of us. And even me, sometimes I'm like, is life helping me? Am I the person that's not accepting that life is helping me right now? Like, majestically just saying, yo, here's the clear path. Just stay on it. But I digress. I hope y'all have a great night. I love you. Or a great day whenever you're listening to this. Get back to your world, and I'm finna get back to mine. Oh, sha-na-na-boo-ba.